Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our Speak English with Confidence series. I have more survival phrases to share with you, so grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's get started. Let's first do a quick recap of the survival phrases from last week. Sorry, can you repeat that? I don't understand. Let me think. Or, give me a minute, please. How do you say this in English? Or, what is this in English? That makes sense. Can you remember when and how we use these phrases? You can pause this video and go back to the first part to get familiar with the phrases again. Today, we'll focus on more ways to help your mind get unstuck and keep speaking English even when you feel confused, nervous, or unsure of what to say. These are our survival phrases. Could you speak more slowly, please? What does that mean? Can you explain that another way? Could you give me an example? I'm not sure. Many of us speak quickly in our native language because we're comfortable and our mouths are trying to keep up with how quickly our minds think. Unfortunately, this is not helpful when we're learning another language. While you're still learning to understand and speak English, you need to hear most of the words to understand what the speaker is saying. So, if an English speaker is talking too fast for you to catch the meaning of their words, you can say, "Could you speak more slowly, please?" When you don't understand what someone has said, you can usually say, "I don't understand," and that's fine. You can take it a step further though, especially if you want to show you're willing to learn and improve your English. If an English speaker has said something you don't understand or used a word that you're not familiar with, you can say, "What does that mean?" As your confidence in speaking English grows, you'll become more interested in keeping the conversation going. Saying "I don't understand" is a good start. It communicates that what the speaker has said is too difficult to understand. That doesn't mean that you have to stop the conversation or change the topic. Sometimes you can understand if someone explains it in a different way. For example, somebody might say, "That assignment had me by the throat." You might understand all the words, but the expression sounds strange. How can an assignment hold someone's throat? So you might say, "I don't understand. Can you explain that another way?" And the speaker will say, "I mean that the assignment had the power to make me stressed because it was difficult." And your response could be, "Oh, so you mean the assignment was stressful?" Sometimes you might not understand a word or the way it's being used. Or maybe an English speaker used an expression that's not familiar to you. You can ask them to explain it in a different way by giving you an example that you can understand. Maybe you heard someone say, "She has a green thumb," but you don't understand the expression. It's confusing to you because people do not usually have green thumbs. You can say, "Could you give me an example to understand the expression better?" And the speaker could respond with, "Sure. Imagine two people have plants. One person's plants keep dying, but the other person's plants grow well without effort. That person has a green thumb." If you understand that, you might say, "Ah, so it means good at growing plants." Saying "I don't know" when you really don't know something or understand is normal. Sometimes, though, you just don't know if what you're thinking is correct or makes sense. You understand what was said or asked, but you're not sure of your answer. For example, someone might ask, "What is your favorite color?" Maybe you've never thought about choosing one color, so you say, "I'm not sure. I like a few colors, maybe blue or yellow." And the speaker could say, "Okay, it's normal to like more than one color. I also like blue." Those are our 5 survival phrases done and dusted. How do you feel about them? Are you ready to use them? Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you want. It's important to learn and understand at your own pace. Let's go through those phrases one more time. Could you speak more slowly, please? What does that mean? Can you explain that another way? Could you give me an example? I'm not sure. So the first video was level 1 of survival phrases. This video is the next level that helps you to keep talking, practicing, and learning. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 3.